Hello. I'm driving home from a gig and just had some ideas I wanted to share, so here goes. I'm keeping my eyes on the road, by the way. I'm not going to look at you. So, one thing was about your editorial calendar. Do you ever sit and think, I should blog today? What should I blog about? I should make a video. What should I make the video about? Or I should get my newsletter going for next week. And you're just wondering topic-wise. Well, I can save you a ton of time by batching your topics into an editorial calendar, all right? So marketing people have been doing this forever. You might already be doing this, but I can help you build an editorial calendar in 3 minutes, let's say. So I was recently teaching a class about this, and I called somebody up from the audience and said, all right, Monica, tell me what's your topic. And hers was about leadership, specifically for restaurant frontline, like fast casual type restaurants. She came from that world and is now a great speaker, consultant, author. Hey, Monica, nice job on all that work. So I pulled Monica up and said, all right, we're going to write down on the flip chart January, February, March, April, May. We had all 12 months there, and I just asked her a few questions. I said, okay, what is your model? What is your framework that you teach? I assume you have like the 3 steps, the 5 steps, something like that you teach pretty regularly. And she said, oh yeah, I have 3 things. So those 3 steps of her model became the January topic, the February topic, and the March topic. Then I said, okay, what are some common questions you get, like FAQs? What do people ask you all the time that you have to bust a myth or you have to explain, over and over and over? And she quickly came up with things like, what's the difference between a leader and a manager? Was a big FAQ that she got. So she just spewed out another 3 or 4. Well, that became April, May, June, July for those topics. Then I said, what are some of the common missteps that you see happen that you wish people didn't do or that they knew better or whatnot? And so then she said, oh, well, I can't remember the exact issues, but she said, oh, they have struggle with this, they struggle with that, finding time for learning or managing a person who's late all the time, whatever those topics were. So then we fill in the next few months. And then at the end, I said, what are, you can think of some other like issues in the industry, especially if you're industry specific. What are some of the top issues that are facing the industry that because you go to all these conferences and you work with these leaders all the time? What are things that they're facing that you can attach what you learn to it? So like, oh, well, things are changing so fast, or the workforce is shifting, turnover's a problem for the industry. So then we filled in those last few months with some of the common industry problems that she has an opinion about and can give some guidance and advice on. And so quickly, there we go, less than 3 minutes, we created her 12-month editorial calendar. And all you do at that point is each month focus on that topic. So your blogs are going to be about that. Your social media posts are going to be about that. Your newsletter is going to be about that. Your webinar, your podcast, whatever it is that you're doing that month, it all ties together. And you can then, another really cool thing, using AI now, you can repurpose. So if you start with the biggest piece first, like let's say you do a webinar on that topic, or you write an article, whatever you like to do organically, right? If you like to talk. If you like to write. Do that first, and then let AI repurpose that into your social media posts and some quotes for social media that you can design in Canva. And it can even help it turn it into a podcast script for you or whatnot. So you don't even have to say different things throughout the month. You just put it out there in different formats. You can dive a little deeper into longer format, chop it up into little formats for blogs and quotes and whatnot. But it's much easier to sit down at your laptop and say, oh, it's April. That's my month for connections, how to build stronger connections, and just start writing and thinking and talking about that topic instead of sitting there wasting time of, what should I write about today? What should I talk about? What are people upset about? Or what's my brilliant idea? I'm not brilliant every day and I don't think of things all the time as soon as somebody just puts a microphone in front of me. Now say something brilliant. It doesn't work that way. And So when I am sitting down with my editorial calendar, I can just start talking and thinking about that particular topic so much easier than picking one out of thin air. So let me know some other tips you have for your editorial calendar, or how you break down the different categories so that you've got enough to talk about at the right time when it pops up on your calendar.